Everything, and I mean everything in our society, is designed to separate us. America is not this amazing melting pot that everybody pretends that it is. New York is not this amazing melting pot everybody pretends it is. We interact with each other only when we have to. If you look at how states, cities, and neighborhoods are separated and divided, how is it a melting pot? No one interacts with each other unless they have to. Neighborhoods are literally divided by where you come from. And usually that also involves how much money you make. These groups tend to gravitate towards each other. This is why racism still exists. This is why racism is such a problem. Because nobody really intermingles with each other. We pretend because we go to work and there's people there from different places. But in your own neighborhood, look around you. It's predominantly something, whatever it is. White, black, Spanish, Asian, whatever. So, if you really want to end racism, to all the people out there who say they're not racist, take a look around you. Because you probably live in one of those predominantly whatever neighborhoods. Black, white, Jewish, whatever. Sometimes the problem we pretend is an outside problem is really an inside problem. So if you really want to do something about racism, you really want to change the world, why don't you start with your own mindset? Just look around you. Everything in our society is designed to separate us. Real estate, finances, school, education, all of it. Like I said in one of my other videos, segregation never ended. It only turned into you can't afford to live here. Gentrification helps segregation. Financially, you kick the poor people out. You bring people who can afford the place in. Who does this affect the most, ladies and gentlemen? Minorities. Blacks, Hispanics. You want to talk about systemic racism? There it is. Why does real estate affect racism so much? Well, where you're from, where you live, pretty much determines a lot about your future and your present. It's going to determine what kind of education you get. It's going to determine what kind of health care you get. It's going to determine the kind of people you meet. It's going to determine the kind of people you hang out with. You really want to do something about systemic racism? It starts with you. It starts with us. The best way to keep people down is to keep them broke. Make life so unaffordable that they can't afford to do anything else. You really want to keep people separated? Keep people broke. So they can't afford to intermingle with each other. Now, the kids today, they have the luxury of being able to intermingle with each other because they're all over the internet. And their parents are going broke to give them that better life so that they can intermingle with these people. But again, you're going to keep them down because you're keeping their parents broke. I'm sorry, but racism equals real estate. Racism equals education. Racism equals healthcare. Racism equals money.